Okay, y'all, welcome back. I don't know if I'm gonna name this Look Good Friday. I don't know, but just another. I'm just trying to get caught up on what you guys want me to talk about. Again, I have to look later on in my comments and put your name in the description box, because I appreciate you guys even wanting to see my fast talking ass on camera. So I appreciate this. So I'm going to talk about this. I'm assuming, I think it's a gentleman wanted me to talk about tattoos. I hope I'm not too late. He's getting ready to get his first tattoo, so that's why I'm going to make sure I upload it today when I get to the shop on the Wi-Fi. He wants to get his first tattoo. He wants to know, I think he just want to know what I think about it, or what I think about tattoos. Okay, first of all, I have tattoos. How many do I have? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to say 6. Right here, my husband's name on the back of my neck. The Chinese symbol, Japanese symbol that stands for good fortune. My left, right here on my left shoulder in the back, Winnie the Pooh with a little thing of honey. What they call it? I think I ain't gonna, something that's on my back. I'm just gonna leave it like that. My left calf down at the bottom, the same symbol but bigger, that stands for good fortune. My very first one on my right above my ankle, I ain't gonna say calf, right above my ankle on my right leg, it's a flower. It didn't turn out right, but it was a flower. But yeah, the big one on my left is right above my left ankle. Oh, so I almost forgot, I got more than 6. Lauren name right here, out of boredom. Did this around my birthday one year, a music sign, out of boredom. Did this music. Don't blow your hold at me, man. There's 18 wheeler behind me. It's a music symbol with some hearts, out of boredom. And one I really didn't show you guys because I want to get it touched up. It says out of boredom. I didn't even want it that big, but I'm like, fuck it. It says Stay Ready Studio on my hand. I know, like, see, Kane, you did it to your body, girl. This is my body. That's what I wanted to do at the time, so I did it. And I did it because, again, I need to stop saying again in my videos. I did it because I wanted to. I'm older enough. Well, I'm grown. Yeah, I'm old enough to have them, of course. And I've spoken on this before in the past. When you want to do certain things in life when you're younger, if it's reasonable, if you want to experience certain things within reason, go ahead and do that stuff now before you get older, like I did in my 40s, getting all this stuff on my arm and stuff. Because I never did it in the past, because my husband don't believe in women having all them tattoos, and I never did that to myself, because I'm like, well, I don't want him to look at me crazy. And I'm like, no, well, this is my body, and I realize he's gonna love me regardless of what I do. So I've been ahead and got music notes stuff on my own that I should have gotten back into my 20s and 30s, maybe. But anyway, how I feel about it is, if you're a young gentleman, young lady, or whatever, and you know that you gotta work, you got to work, you know that you have to work a nice job to be taken seriously, even though it is your body, even though it is a form of art. You need to realize that tattoos on certain places of your body, folks look at that stuff and be like, oh, hell no, who gonna hire you? So don't go get no tattoo, your first tattoo or whatever, all on your face and shit, unless you plan on working at a tattoo parlor for the rest of your life, or unless you plan on just being a hustler for the rest of your life, and you're gonna wind up dead or in jail doing that. But if you want to be taken seriously, especially when it comes to finding a job, don't get your tattoo all on your face, your forehead, them little teardrops and shit down here. I'm talking about you game in Cali, you ain't never been in California. All on your neck, right up in here, on your hands. Don't do that. Don't get them all up in here. I never forget my son, his first tattoo was when he went to the Navy. Of course, a lot of them go to the military or whatever, and they come back with tattoos. And he was letting me know about it. I never forget, he was like, Mama, you know, because I talked to him like I'm talking to you guys years before. He was like, Mom, I want to get my first tattoo. I'm like, okay. I'm like, where you going to get it at? You know, he's like, I remember I was talking, Mama, I'm going to get it up here, you know. A lot of the guys are getting them, whatever. I'm like, I understand. You grown now. You're in the military. I think you should get something. You know, that's what you want to do to represent you serving your country or whatever. But I'm like, remember, I was taught. And he came home with his first tattoo. I think he was like right up in here. You see most men get them at on his shoulder. And he got a couple of more like right up in here. He didn't get them out on his arm, out on his neck, and shit like that. So when he do go get a job or whatever, have to dress for an interview, all of that stuff will be covered up. So think about that. Don't get them out, like I said, up in here and your hand and arm and stuff, fingers. Don't get all that. Don't get all that stuff done like that. You want to be able to cover that stuff up when it's time for it to be covered up. Don't go get your girlfriend name tattooed on you, boyfriend name tattooed on you. Don't do that. And and this is a true story right here. You know, I got that maybe 10 years ago, way deep into my marriage. I love my husband. I ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. But I got his name right there. And I always told myself too, I'm like, you know what? And it was just in a playful mood because I knew nothing was going to happen. But I'm like, you know what? Shit, I don't agree with people getting no boyfriend and girlfriend or even a wife or husband name on them. But my relationship's solid. I ain't going nowhere because I told myself, if anything did happen, my son name is Ernie Jr., so I can always say that's my son name. So I'm just saying, you know, and I tell this story because it's a true story, but I knew that this shit was solid. You know, ain't nothing gonna happen between us. So I got his name on it. But that name is my husband's name. And then it wasn't meant for my son. It's my husband. And Lauren always be like, well, Mama, you got EJ name on you. What about my name? So I just went ahead and got that out of the board. But anyway, hey. So yeah. Not to just ramble and make it longer than usual. I'm just gonna go ahead and end it and say, just rewind this video and think about what I said. You know, you got to also think about, I see a lot of folks getting like religious signs and stuff on them, swats, whatever, you know, whatever you're into. That, you know, again, it's your body, do what you want to do, but you got to be mindful that you want to be able to cover that up. And, you know, you want to be able to cover it up when it's time for it to be covered up. When you go into job interviews or if you get a job or whatever, you don't want nobody to look at you and be like, wait a minute, you, what? Just gay, I mean, not gay, just, what they call it, just evil signs, religious signs and shit. That stands for death and evil and all that stuff. You don't want to get all that stuff visible. So yeah, that's basically all I can say about that. It hurts. Everybody, and I'm gonna take that back. Everybody have a different pain level. I have a high tolerance to pain. You guys know that I have a very, very high tolerance to pain. Oh, I got one on my foot. I forgot about that. I got one on my, I think it's on my left foot, and it's right on the bone. So anything right on the bone is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. And again, it depends on who's doing your tattoo. Because I've had this tattoo right here, baby. That man, I'll never forget him. If I see him again, I forgot his name, but if I see him again at the tattoo place, there he goes here in Houston, Texas. If I see him again, I'm gonna be like, that's him. I'll never forget, man. He was so huge. His neck was probably this big. He was a big old giant. He was over me, and he was, of course, heavy-handed. So he was basically leaning in me, and he was, I'll never forget, he was like, he was drilling. I'm like, I'll never forget. I'm like, damn. He was drilling. Came out beautiful. The one on my neck, right here in the back, I didn't even feel that because I kept looking around like, I had my cell phone, I never forget because I had music in my ear, and I had my cell phone looking to see if she was back there. Hello? I'm on my way. I'm finna exit Tidwell. You there? Oh. Yeah, I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Alright. Yeah, I'll never forget the one that did my back. She was a lady, and I'm like, I kept looking like, I'm like, are you are they going to be able to see it? And she kept saying, huh? I'm like, I don't feel it. She said, yeah, it's going to be dark ink. They're going to be able to see it. And it came out good. But I don't know what she did, but it was just like a little feather. I couldn't, maybe because again, you know, I have nerve damage in my neck. So maybe it's because I really don't have feeling back then anyway. So maybe it was because of that. So got to keep that in mind also. Keep that in mind also. So yeah. Take care of it. Follow the instructions and everything will be okay. If you follow my instructions and the instructions of the tattoo artist. So that's it. Good luck. Let me know how it turns out. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Aha.